Right, good evening. Justin Gibbs here at the Weather Service office in Paducah. It is 5:38 on Saturday evening, June 24th. Got a little bit of a severe weather risk over the next day or so that we wanted to talk about. We're unable to do a live video right now, but we did record this and we'll upload it to YouTube or on YouTube, and then we'll upload it to Facebook and Twitter. We got a risk for severe weather tonight that we expect will be pretty modest. We're looking at thunderstorms in Iowa and southern Wisconsin. It could work its way, especially into like Mount Vernon and Owensboro and Evansville at like 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. We've got a level 1 of 5 risk for that threat, and it does extend across most of the area, but for now we're mostly concerned about up here Marion, Madisonville, Owensboro, Evansville, and we do really expect that these storms will be weakening before they arrive. You can see the risk is 2 out of 5 up north of St. Louis, and a gradual weakening is expected. We'll run a loop of the computer models. You can see its forecast is, this is at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Lots of thunderstorms, but the stability should be such at that time of day that probably we won't see severe storms, and these storms may not even make it that far down. If the worst case scenario is we do have a couple of hailstones, and a risk for quarter size hail and maybe some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in the overnight hours, and then we expect that to clear out. The humidity and heat and all of that is going to come back and be stronger than it was, and then tomorrow afternoon another round of storms may develop, and you can see the model here. This is just one of our models. It's got a lot of it developing over western Tennessee and in central Kentucky, and kind of leaves a lot of the Paducah area, especially southeast Missouri and southern Illinois, clear, and that's a possibility. We're not sure exactly where these storms are going to develop. What we do feel fairly certain is when they develop, wherever it is, they're going to be fairly intense. It's going to be very unstable tomorrow, and the shear will be reasonably favorable. So large hail, 2-inch type hail, 60-70 mile-per-hour winds, a tornado or two possibly. It's not really a great tornado setup day, but the shear is strong enough that we're going to have to at least watch it given the instability. It's kind of what we are looking at. I'll show you what the Storm Prediction Center has outlooked for us here. Level 2 out of 5 across most of West Kentucky, Southwest Indiana, parts of southern Illinois, and then it goes to level 3 in Todd County, Christian County, Clarksville, Franklin, and that could shift. The level 3 risk is going to play out wherever these storms get going. So if it's a little further east than we think, then our entire area may end up being clear before things get going. If it's a little further west, then you get into Paducah, Poplar Bluff, Mayfield, Murray, 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, you get some big thunderstorms developing. We should get a pretty good handle on that in the morning. We'll issue severe thunderstorm or tornado watches if necessary in the morning, or even this evening if it overachieves compared to what we're expecting. And that stuff that's coming through this morning could mess with the temperatures enough that there's 100 million things that are going to go on. And so what we can say is the big picture setup is reasonably favorable for severe weather tomorrow. If storms develop, we expect that they'll be pretty robust, so be prepared for that. And then we'll continue to provide updates throughout the day, obviously, and throughout the evening tonight if anything changes tonight. This level 3 risk could shift, could go east, could go west. You all have been around the weather long enough to know how difficult it is to pinpoint an individual thunderstorm and where it's going to form and where it's going to go. There's a little bit less risk in general across parts of SEMO and southern Illinois, Carbondale, Cape Girardeau, Van Buren, and Harrisburg, places like that. Just a little lower risk. Statistically, the risk is just higher in western Kentucky and southwest Indiana. It's going to be very hot tomorrow. If the sun comes out, we're going to be dealing with temperatures in the mid-90s, and dew points at like 74 is what we're forecasting, and that's pretty gross. Anything above, it's 65 today with a 92-degree temperature, and the dew points, the humidity is going to be up, 10 points on the dew points, so you'll definitely be feeling it. So take care outdoors. For your outdoor plans, you're going to be exerting yourself outdoors, so be careful with that. And keep an eye on the weather, and we'll keep you updated as we can here. Everyone have a great evening.